Hush-a-bye, don't you cry. Go to sleep, you little baby. When you wake, you shall have all the pretty little horses. All the pretty little horses.
Looks like he was a toy doll that those boys stole and then didn't know what to do with. So they murdered my little Davy. It's not right to let them go. Just because they turned 18. Happy birthday. You're free to go. Free to kill again if you ask me.
Okay, James.
Are we hiding from anyone in particular?
There's Tab Monkey who gets your picture, buys himself a new swimming pool.
Pesky tab monkeys. Lock your doors. There's a child killer on the loose.
What?
Nothing, I was just contemplating the wow of it all. How much is a swimming pool? I mean, if I were to sell my pictures to the tabloid, I'd probably clean up, wouldn't I?
Yeah, but you wouldn't get to spend it. Your picture gets out. Sooner or later, one of those little Davy freaks shoots you dead.
Ouch.
Hey, Pete.
Hey, Marshall.
This is a non-smoking facility.
California. No smoking state. Let's lock up already.
I'm U.S. Marshal Chase Parker. It is my job to transition you back into society and help make you a good tax-paying citizen.
You for real?
California state driver's license. Name on it? Joey Romer.
Joey. Sounds like I'm 6.
You can go by Joe. And this is your detailed background, where you were born, where you grew up, where you went to school, sports you played, who your parents were, when and how they died.
They died?
It's just made up, Carl.
What about my mom? My real mom.
You can't have contact with anybody from your past, especially your mother.
Can I call her at least?
Absolutely not. You do have a job. It's in the mailroom of Slauson, Culpeper, Weisberg, and Sloan. Now, Mr. Sloan knows your story. If you have any problems, you can go to him. Here's his card.
Where's James? Just asking.
Well, here it is, folks, in case you've been living in an igloo for the last decade. 8 years ago, 2 10-year-old boys, Carl Withers and James Landers, kidnapped a 3-year-old child, little Davy McClendon. 2 days later, a body was found. The day after that, the boys were caught. They were tried in a court of law. They were convicted for an indeterminate number of years for murder, and that was going to be reviewed and considered when they turned 18. Well, 3 months before they turned 18, Ohio Governor Frank Templeton, he decides to pardon the boys on his last day in office.
How is it you can try 10-year-old kids for murder? They're just too young. There's no question that the crime Carl Withers and James Landers committed was horrendous. But 8 years of incarceration is a considerable punishment for a child. Almost 1/2 their lives. I know it's not a popular sentiment, but they shouldn't have been tried in the first place.
They dressed little Davy in that red dress as a sexual gesture. Even though the autopsy ruled that he was not sexually molested, I would argue that was clearly their intention. They just ran out of time or got scared before they could do anything.
I was the coroner who performed the post-mortem on David McClendon. Basically, our findings showed that the pipe shattered the skull, causing catastrophic damage. David McClendon was dead before the blow with the Tudor brick.
The defense made a reasonable request for murder in the second degree. And privately, I urged the prosecution to make the offer. Of course, they didn't. They couldn't politically. I did everything I could not to have it turn into a circus. But sometimes the case is so disturbing that the only way the public can get over it is to let them go to the circus and get it out of their system. Those two boys were convicted so the public could sleep at night. And for 8 years, they did.
This is Bob.
Hi, Bob. I'm Maria. Nice to meet you, too.
I'm Fred.
Nice to meet you.
Well, please come on in.
Do you? Oh, man, let's go. So,
Have you ever seen anyone drink that much?
Yeah, you know, it's funny is we're actually gonna have to bring more. We brought up.
I'll tell Betsy Anderson. The whole school know by lunch.
You tell anybody and I will smother you in your sleep.
How are you gonna do that? You'll be ridiculed to death by 6th period.
U.S. Marshal's office is running this thing tighter than witness protection.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna find those boys. I just hope I find them before those baby Davy nut jobs. God bless them.
God bless them.
It'd be a great world without the nut jobs, amigo.
Yeah, right. God bless the Hinckleys and Dan Whites of this world for keeping the color chart so vibrant.
You bet your ass. How's this sound? This reporter's declaration. I hereby make this solemn promise, as a dedicated reporter of the weekly expose, that I will locate and identify the whereabouts and new identities of the killers of little Davy McClendon, James Landers, and Carl Withers. Big bold letters, box and border on the cover. What do you think?
Story doesn't have legs, Rowdy.
Fucking kidding me? The good God-fearing folk of America want this story so bad, they will not rest until they have these boys' blood on their hands. Don't underestimate the power of retribution.
Shoot high if you want. I'll be happy if I just get a 14-footer out of it.
May I come in, James?
Sure. You're supposed to call me Bob.
Oh, sorry. Right. Bob Fisher. Won't happen again. I brought you this. It's used, but it's still got some juice.
I've only ever used a desktop.
Oh, it's the same deal. But you could take it with you to school and use it in the classroom. And it's wireless, so you can go almost anywhere and get the internet.
Am I allowed to do that?
Go anywhere?
We weren't allowed to use the internet at the facility.
Oh.
Boxers. We didn't plan on killing him. It just kind of happened for no reason. It was just a stupid dare, and then Carl and I were stuck with a crying 3-year-old.
A dare?
Yeah. Carl said, let's go grab a kid. And I just kind of stared at him. And so he pushed me, because that's what Carl would do. He'd push me. And so he said, I dare you. How much do you get paid to see me per hour, Dr. Hartford?
Why do you ask?
I feel a responsibility. I want to make sure the American taxpayer is getting their money worth.
$2.75.
The high cost of notoriety.
So to speak.
Do you believe in luck?
I suppose so.
Me too. But in this case, I think it was just bad luck. Because if we had gone this way in the mall instead of this way, we would have just ended up shoplifting some video games instead of killing a child. When I woke up that morning, I was 10 years old, and the worst thing I was gonna do that day was skip school and smoke some cigarettes. When I went to sleep that night, I had killed a 3-year-old boy for no reason at all. I'm afraid I'll do it again. Not that I have a need to kill, or that there's some asshole out there who's giving me a hard time that I want to kill. It's nothing that specific. It's just, ever since we murdered that little boy, the one thing I've come to realize about life is that it's unpredictable.
What are you reading?
The little Davy McClendon murder.
That poor little boy. What are their names again?
They have new ones now.
James Landers and Carl Withers. I remember watching the trial on television. They were so creepy. I would hate to be James Landers right now.
Or Carl Withers.
They call them security cameras. Security for who? Not my poor little Davy. You know what I'll never forget? That last glimpse of my little boy. Little Davy was at a table in the food court, and I had let go of his hand to buy us some drinks. I turned around and he waved back at me with his bright, sweet eyes. It was just a brief second, that last glimpse. The other moment I'll never, ever forget was when I looked back at the table. And my child was gone. That's what it's like to lose a child. Those two moments.
Do you know what it's like to be known as a bad mother? Be in that courtroom, everyone staring at you, the bad mother who gave birth to the child murderer. I could feel him blaming me for what happened to that poor little Davy McClendon. They never called him that, you know, little Davy. His parents called him David before the incident. Then in the courtroom, on the stand, Mr. McClendon referred to him as my poor little Davy. Since then, everybody calls him that. Poor little Davy. People love melodrama.
The only person who's going to love a child murderer is his mother. And I miss my son. It's not fair that I can't see him now that he's free.
So, first few weeks of freedom, how's it going?
Pretty good, I guess.
How's work?
Work's fine. People are nice to me. Feels good to earn some money, actually.
Okay, well, where you living?
Mr. Wakefield? Oh, yeah. Me with a retired cop. How perfect is that? He's kind of a hoot, actually. Tells these really lame cop and lawyer jokes. He's taking the stand-up comedy class at the community college. I don't want to be there when he does his first solo. A retired cop looking for a reason to go on. Don't like lying all the time, though. You know, pretend to be this Joey Romer guy with this made-up past. I'm always on edge. It's hard, because what I really want to do is say where I've been the past 8 years. That I killed David McClendon.
Yeah, I'll see you in class tomorrow.
Oh, hey, hi.
Oh, hey, hi.
Yeah, that kind of sounded like a yodel, didn't it?
Do I know you?
Yes. Well, no, I live next door to you. I just moved in yesterday with Mr. and Mrs. Harper.
You did?
Yeah, I saw you from my window, and you and your sister were fighting or laughing or something. I'm Bob Fisher. I'm a UNLV freshman. So did you tell?
Tell what?
Whatever it was your sister would smother you in your sleep for if you told?
Oh, that. I was just giving her a hard time about this boy she doesn't like. She was going on and on until I suddenly realized she actually had a crush on him. So I threatened to tell her best friend.
Did you tell her best friend?
No, Beth would kill me. She knows I wouldn't tell anyone.
You told me.
Who'd you study with, Joe?
Self-taught, sir.
Really? Your portraiture is good, but...
This is my early work. This is some of my newer stuff. I have a lot to learn.
Yes. But I hope you'll consider doing your learning here. We'd love to have you, Joe.
Thank you.
Well, I think they should bring back the practice of hanging for child killers, and I don't care if the killers are children themselves. Televise a hanging during the Sesame Street time slot, and let a bunch of 10-year-olds watch one of their own get their necks snapped, and see if that doesn't deter the little bastards.
Here's what I think we need to do, people. I think anyone listening to this show right now ought to call in with information on any new teenage boys in the neighborhood in the last couple weeks, and we'll go check it out. Yeah? We might get lucky. Listen, dear friends and neighbors, The Honest Truth is offering a $100,000 reward to the person or persons who can provide a recent photograph of either Carl Withers or James Landers, and I will personally match that $100,000 reward to the person who can give me a photograph of both of them. I'm very worried, people. Very worried. I give it 10 days or less before Carl and James strike out and kill again. I got a hole in my pocket. Let's find these little bastards. This is G. Gordon Williams from The Honest Truth. Call me with some good news.
Why did you tell her that you told me?
She'll forget about it.
Yeah, but now she hates me.
She's 10. By dinner time, she'll have forgotten it completely.
Beth is 10?
Yeah, 10. Wanna come over for a swim?
What?
A swim, you know, splash, splash.
Like in your pool?
No, in my bathtub.
I'm sorry. You make me really nervous, and I'm new at this.
I'm not.
I can tell.
Meet me by the pool in 10.
Bob Fisher moved from Galveston, Texas. Parents died in an automobile accident when I was 10. I was raised by grandparents, the Harvey's royal family friends. Mother was Phyllis. Father was Henry. My mother was a high school teacher. Father was a mortician. No. Father's a sales agent. Better boring than creepy. Hey.
Hay's for horses.
Sorry. Must be a Texas thing.
That where you're from?
Yeah, Galveston.
Why Las Vegas?
College? And the Harpers are family friends, so it cuts down on the costs. What about you?
Me, I was born here.
So you're a native. You and your sister?
Not nice to stare, Bob.
Right, sorry. You were saying?
You're saying it's just me and my parents and my clingy sister Beth.
I am not clingy. And by the way, I'd appreciate it if you'd stop bothering me.
No problem. How about you? Any brothers or sisters?
Yeah. You mind if I go for a swim?
Craig Sloan says you're doing a good job. He says you're getting along with everybody and making friends. He reports you're very reliable.
Mr. Reliable, that's me.
So work is good, home is good. How are you handling that pretending problem?
Better. I'm starting to like being another person. It's really like I've been given a second chance. It's like I have hope.
Hope?
Yeah. It's like I can really beat this thing.
What thing?
This self-destructive thing. Dogs me.
Carl?
What?
You okay?
Yeah. I just realized why I like old Wookie so much. He doesn't care whether I'm Carl Withers or Joey Romer. Just as long as his pool is clean, his pH is balanced. When it is, man, he's one happy bad comic. Marshall Parker. I need to talk with James. I need to know how he's handling it, you know? I think it'd really help.
That's not gonna happen.
I can set you up on Gmail.
Yeah. Gmail.
How do you not know what Gmail is?
Hello?
Hello, James.
Who is this?
It's Carl. Who do you think?
I need to take this, excuse me.
You there?
Yeah, I didn't recognize your voice.
Sure you did. Sooner or later, you knew I'd be calling. You always were a bad liar, James.
What do you want?
Well, as one of the two most wanted characters in America, thought you'd be happier to hear from me.
Bitch hung up on me.
What was that? Don't answer.
What?
Don't freak out on me, James. Not again.
We're not supposed to be talking. You know that. They can send us back.
How are they even gonna know?
I can't be talking to you. I just can't. Okay, don't call me again.
Or what?
Just don't.
No chance of that happening, buddy.
You've reached the Harper residence. Leave a message for Fred or Maria Harper, or Bob Fisher, or else don't. Ciao.
Hi, Bob. Joey Romer here. Sorry I missed your call. Thought we could talk. Don't be a stranger. I'd like to take you to church.
Who's Joey Romer?
Are you dating Bob?
No. He lives next door and we're in class together.
So you're just carpooling?
Not that it's any of your business, but yes, that's exactly what we're doing. Carpooling.
Well, I hope you're using protection.
Oh, shut up.
Poor little Davy was crying and his nose was bleeding. I thought about asking them if they needed my help, but I was in a rush. People hated me, you know? My name was in the newspaper. People hated me because it came out that I could have helped save that poor little boy's life. But didn't.
What'd you think about James and Carl being released on their 18th birthday?
I was horrified. Not because they're being released, but because people like you just keep dredging it up. Why can't you just let it rest?
Because people want to know the third act, Virginia. You know, what are the little monsters like now? Rehabilitated or foaming at the mouth?
Foaming at the mouth, no question.
Most people don't think it's fair to kill a 3-year-old child and then get to start over again on your 18th birthday. People want justice.
People want a lynching, is what you mean.
Yeah. I think they'll be happy with that.
Hello.
Mother?
It's Carl.
I'm out of jail. Can you believe it?
How'd you get this number?
My parole officer gave it to me.
How are you, Mother?
How am I? You ruined my life and you want to know how I am?
Come on. Don't do this. Please?
Please? Please? You want me to be nice to you, Carl. Is that what you want? I had to change my name 3 times. Did you know that? No one would rent to me, but why would they?
I was the mother of the boy who killed poor little Davy McClendon.
That was a long time ago, Mother.
I'm going to art school now. Can you believe that?
I've accepted Christ as my Savior.
I used to pray you'd die in prison. Did you know that? Yeah, I used to pray for that. You might be out of jail, but you're dead to me.
Hello?
Can I speak to Bob, please?
Who's calling?
Joey Romer.
What time is it?
I don't know.
It's 2:30 in the morning.
So?
Who'd you say you were? Oh, no.
Star 69 it.
Star 69, it's 2:30 in the damn morning. Who's Joey Roma, anyways?
I have no idea.
Can I show you something?
Sure.
I've had a lot of time on my hands. Did I tell you I've been accepted to the Art Academy?
Darla?
Excuse me.
Marshall Henderson, you have a call on line 2?
Hello.
Marshall Henderson, this is Maria Harper.
Mrs. Harper, how are you today?
a Joey Romer?
Yes.
He called at 2:30 in the middle of the night.
Joey Romer is Carl Withers, isn't he?
Yes, ma'am.
How'd he get our number?
I don't know, but I'll find out. Did he talk to James?
Fred talked to him last night. But who knows if they've talked to each other before?
I thought you said there was going to be no communication between the boys.
Yeah, I know. I'll look into it, Mrs. Harper. Not to worry.
If you were me, you'd be very worried.
Goodbye, Marshal Henderson.
Goodbye, Mrs. Harper.
You've reached the office of U.S. Marshal Chase Parker. Leave a message after the beep.
Marshal Parker, this is Marshal Henderson out in Las Vegas. Seems you're Joey Romer, called my Bob Fisher.
I'd appreciate a phone call when you get a moment.
Real fine hat, Marshal Parker.
Every year on little Davey's birthday, I leave flowers on his grave. I'll also leave him some of his favorite candy or a new toy I think he would like. On June 4th and again on June 21st, I light a candle. These are the birthdays of Carl Withers and James Landers. I light a candle and I pray to God. I ask him to strike them dead. Wherever they are, I hope that God sees to it they meet a violent and painful death. I know how horrible that sounds, but it is the only way I know how to control this pain I feel. So, I light the candles and I wish them dead.
It's not horrible at all, Mrs. McClendon. I think my readers would completely understand. You know what else I think my readers would really like? A picture of you lighting those candles.
Hi, Mother. I like your glasses.
Get out, Carl. I don't have the energy. You want more. Is that what this is? Well, listen, sweetie. I got plenty more. You ready?
Yeah. Give it your best shot. What? Can't be abusive with a gun to your head? I was 10. Don't you think I deserve a second chance? Can't you at least give me that? Come on. Let's give it a try. One bullet. 5 empty chambers. One bullet. 4 empty chambers. Your turn. To save your life, say I love you, son. And you deserve a second chance. I love you. Mothers say it to their children all the time. It's what mothers are supposed to do.
Get it over with.
What do you know? God loves you. He's given you a second chance. My turn. What do you say, Mom? You have a chance to forgive me. To save my life.
Fuck you.
One bullet. 2 empty chambers. Just say the magic words, and I'll go away. You don't even have to mean it.
One bullet, 1 empty chamber left. Your turn.
Ah!
Your turn.
Okay. Everybody deserves a second chance. I forgive you.
What else?
I love you, Carl.
It wasn't so hard. It wasn't. I love you too, Mother.
Hush-a-bye, don't you cry. Go to sleep, little baby. When you wake, you shall have all the pretty little horses. Go to sleep, don't you cry. Rest your head on clover. Rest your head on clover. In your dreams you shall ride while your
What? Nothing. I'm bored.
You wanna go?
No, go ahead. You should finish.
What?
I want to kiss you.
Because you're bored.
No. I've wanted to kiss you for a while now.
Here?
Yeah. Here.
I don't know how comfortable I am with kissing you in public, actually.
It's just us. Alone. Think of the fields of ambrosia.
What?
Oh, shut up.
Oh, shit.
Double Wayne Newton with fries, Tony Orlando grilled cheese, the fruit cup, Fat Elvis double chocolate shake, and 2 Judy Garland cherry cokes. Someone's celebrating.
Yeah, well, you only live once, right? Ma'am? If a visitor to Las Vegas wanted to get a lap dance, where would you suggest? I saved you the fruit cup. We're home, sweetheart. I hope you like pizza. You're a lifesaver.
Okay. That'll be $15.95.
Keep the change.
Thanks. You, moving in or moving out?
And truck comes tomorrow.
Welcome to the neighborhood.
Thanks. I've really fucked up. Again. I'm gonna have this pizza. Think about it tomorrow. Help yourself.
Starlight, star bright. First star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might get the wish I make tonight.
What?
I'll be right back. Marshall Henderson, what are you doing here?
You been talking to Carl?
No, he's called, but I won't talk to him.
Pretty girl.
She's my neighbor.
Nice neighborhood.
Look, Marshall Henderson, I haven't done anything wrong. I mean, Carl, he's called and called and called, but I won't talk to him. I don't know what else to do.
You call me. You tell me that he's been calling you, and I put a stop to it. She's a no, does she?
No.
What are you gonna tell her?
Nothing.
About me?
I'll think of something.
Well, you better make it good. Look, if Carl calls you again, you let me know, all right? Okay.
Who was that?
Who? That was U.S. Marshal Henderson. He's my parole officer.
Carl and James were both bad liars. Really bad. They just kept digging their graves deeper and deeper. It killed us in the courtroom.
When I was 10, I was a terrible liar. I haven't gotten any better with age.
When I was 10, I was a terrible liar. Not anymore.
I was 15. I was hanging out with a rough crowd. We used to steal cars and drive around. Pretty wild.
You?
Yeah, I was pretty wild and really stupid. If I had had rich parents, I probably could have gotten squashed. Or at least, reduced down to something that would have just gotten me some community service. But since my grandparents didn't have any money, and I didn't know anybody, I was charged with grand theft auto, and I was sent to YA for 2 years.
What's YA?
Youth Authority.
You're not a very good liar.
What do you mean?
This is you, isn't it?
That's me, James Landers.
You killed that little boy?
Yes. When I was 10, we killed little Davy McClendon. And he was 3 years old. Do you still want to kiss me?
Evening, dear. How was your day? I did the shopping. Are you hungry? Got a dozen donuts, chips, hot beer, candy, ooh, and piece de resistance. Twinkies. Think that defense would ever work again? We should talk. I need to see James. It's personal. There's no turning back now, is there? Pretty sure kidnapping a U.S. Marshal constitutes some kind of violation of my parole. And then there's that thing about my mother. Never really had a chance.
Yes, you did.
No, I was dead the day I turned 18. Now, the last thing I'm gonna do is settle with James.
I knew that thing about your parents wasn't true.
Yeah, that was really weird. It kind of felt like I was killing my mother. What?
You're like this dangerous character.
No, I'm not. That's the whole point. Okay, I was 10. It was crazy, Allison. You don't know. You just don't know. It wasn't supposed to happen. It happened, but not because I was a dangerous character. I mean, I was in YA for 8 years, and I never once got into a fight. And everyone gets into fights at YA. Don't.
Why not? I want to.
Because I'm notorious?
No.
I need to get laid.
How you doing? It's a hard life, man.
It just happened. For no reason, really. we were just gonna go shoplifting some stuff because that's what we did. When we went to the mall, we shoplifted. A couple of bad boy shoplifters. And then Carl said that we should grab a little kid and take him.
Take him where?
I don't know, that's what I said. But what did it matter? Let's just take him, is what he said, and so we did. At first, we were gonna take a little girl, but her mother noticed us, so we got scared and left. And then Carl spotted David McClendon standing alone. We walked around the mall looking for trouble, as if we didn't already have enough. And then Carl said that we should beat it because the kid's mother would come looking for him, and so we left with the kid. As we walked, David became really cranky. We were all very thirsty, and Carl said he wanted to go get us something to drink, but I told him no because I knew he would split. It was after we crossed the tracks that Carl killed him with a section of pipe.
If Carl killed him, why did you go to jail?
He handed me a brick and said, "Now you kill him." So I killed him again with the tutor brick.
James.
I know.
Hello?
Hi, is Bob there?
He's not home at the moment. Would you like to leave a message?
Yeah. Tell him Joey Romer called.
Carl?
No, it's Joey. Joey Romer. I said Joey.
Carl, I know it's you. And so does U.S. Marshal Henderson. I told him about you. You're not supposed to be calling here.
Who is this?
Las Vegas.
What?
That's where we're going.
Is another friend of a friend lead?
No. Ex-wife.
Oh, good. Something reliable.
For your information, pretty boy, all my ex-wives are reliable.
How many ex-wives are we talking here?
Fuck you.
Just curious. It would explain a lot of things.
The number of people directly affected by a crime of violence is staggering. We tend to think it is just the close relatives of the victim or the close relatives of the perpetrator. But when you look at it, the reach of violence branches out to hundreds and hundreds. Doctors, nurses, lawyers, judges, police, lawmakers, friends, neighbors. All are changed forever by what is usually a very brief incident. And in high-profile cases such as the little Davy McClendon murder, the public is also damaged and changed forever.
Yippee-ki-yay. Had you, didn't I?
Yes. Hello? Yes. I'd like to make an appointment to see a house you have listed. 3810 Woodview Lane.
Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. Yes, Jesus loves me. For the Bible tells me so.
Yeah, the bishop. The knight can move and then down. Yeah, like that. That works. Hello?
Hey, buddy. So tell me, you dipping with that little chickadee I saw you with?
What?
You know, that cute little blonde with those cool retro glasses.
Beth? No. What?
Beth, huh? Well, she's a living doll.
She's 10, and she's just a little sister. What do you want, girl?
I want you to be smart. I want you to get that I'm not fucking around here.
I get it.
Good. Meet me.
What for?
Now there you go, not being smart. What size shirt does Beth wear? I might get her something.
Girl.
Be smart, James.
Okay, where?
There's an old junkyard out by Highway 8 in Warm Springs. Storage unit 245. You got that? Me at 4:30. Gives you an hour.
Where's Beth?
At school?
Alright,
Where are we going?
we're gonna get to book home at school.
Have you seen Beth?
Harai picked her up.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Somebody steered you all wrong. I'm a U.S. Marshal, not a juvenile parole officer. You're gonna have to talk to somebody in corrections, but I'll get you the phone number so you don't have to waste any time. Just a sec. Hello? Mm-hmm. Marshall Parker? Marshall Chase Parker. Yeah. Yeah. I gotcha. All right, I'll be right down there. Thanks. Sorry, guys. I gotta go. Here's the number to corrections.
Look, we know.
Good luck, Frank. Can you escort these guys out? I'm sorry. I gotta go.
lesson? Mom, Dad, anybody home?
Guess you're sorry you woke up this morning, huh?
Crap, there he is. Excuse me. I was looking for my nephew. You know, the new kid next door.
Bob Fisher.
Yeah, that's him.
Sure. He's friendly with my sister Beth.
You wouldn't know where he is, would you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
You don't look like a cop.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
So you must be some other kind of asshole.
Easy.
Rowdy proper. Weekly expose. Fuck me. You're the goddamn tabloid writer. That's fucking perfect. So what's the going rate these days? You know, for an exclusive with a child killer. Someone with my credentials.
The weekly expose doesn't pay for its stories.
That's like saying I didn't drop the soap in juvie.
Shit happens.
You're a funny guy, Rowdy. For an asshole. No. Cool. Let's see what you have to say. Sources from the Youth Authority, where Carl Withers spent most of his teenage years, report that Carl's driving goal in life is to have a sex change operation. He believes this is the only way he can really change his identity and remain truly undercover. Where do you get this shit?
But I'm right, though. Right? I mean, what better way to start over than as a woman? Right?
But it's not true.
So?
So how can you just make all this shit up?
I know what people want to believe, what they're willing to believe. And I dish it up to them, all covered in molasses and gravy.
So let me ask you a question. What are you gonna do now?
What do you mean?
Now that you have the truth on your hands, you're gonna be an eyewitness.
That depends on what you do, Carl. I mean, if you turn yourself into the authorities, Nelson gets the pictures, I write the text. That's a pretty fucking good story. But if you go down in a hail of bullets, and I write that story, you get that picture, we're the first tabloid in history to win a Pulitzer.
Wow. So I get dead, and you get a Pulitzer.
Folks, the federal officer who was assigned to child murderer just unleashed on the world, Carl Withers, was found bound and gagged inside of an abandoned house in Las Vegas. It's not even known if this federal officer was found dead or alive. This is the break we've been waiting for, folks. It seems like one of our child murderers has finally surfaced and, as I predicted, has probably murdered again. Folks, hold on one second, folks. It's actually got some great news here. Looks like our man on the street is actually here on our studio phone. Raymundo, can you hear me? Give me the scoop.
Well, I'm ahead of that story already, G. Gordon.
Yeah, what do you mean?
I got into Las Vegas about 6 hours ago.
6 hours ago? Come on, America's listening. Tell us what we want to hear.
I can't tell you that, G. Gordon. I just gotta do it, you see?
Do it, huh? Ray, man of action. I love it. Love it. Tell me this. Before you go, what are you gonna do when you find the little bastard, huh?
I'm gonna line him up in my crosshairs. See if I get lucky.
Woo! I like it. Take charge. You do what you gotta do, man. This is G. Gordon Williams from The Honest Truth.
Pull around the corner. Park right just past him.
What the hell are you doing, Carl?
You look good, James.
They'll send us back for this. Is that what you want?
I don't care, really.
Well, I do. I have a chance here. Don't fuck this up for me.
Why not? Haven't you been reading Mr. Rowdy Proper's magazine? It's what I'm good at. Let me take a good look at what James is into. Mm-hmm.
All right, come on. What do you want from me, Carl?
To set the record straight, James.
The record? We were 10 and scared and stupid.
So, it's okay then. Just because we were fucked up kids. Didn't count?
What's the point? It's over. It's history. Okay, they've given us a second chance to start everything completely over. Don't you want that?
Not anymore. I guess I could never really buy all this shit, you know? Well, me for sure, proved positive what everyone thought would happen when they set us free.
Okay, I'll set the record straight. I'll tell the reporter and the camera guy, and you can get it down for the entire world to hear and see. You just tell me where you want me to start.
I think you should start at the tracks, James.
By the time we got to the tracks, we wanted to go home, but we were stuck with this stupid crying kid. We couldn't let him go because he would go and tell and we would get in trouble. And worse, he was already hurt.
And who hurt him?
You did.
That's right. I smacked him, busted his lip, broke his nose. Little bitch wouldn't stop crying for his mom. Pissed me off.
I tried to get you to stop hitting him, but it just made him cry more. Then you wanted to put a dress on him, and that really upset him.
He wouldn't shut up.
Because you wouldn't stop hitting him.
I was a bully. I hit kids smaller than me. That's what I was good at.
So fucking what is so stupid, Carl?
But I didn't kill David. Not the first time.
The little boy. We never asked him his name. Just when he stopped crying because Carl kept on smacking him. I yelled and yelled at him to stop hitting the boy. But Carl wouldn't. He went on hitting him harder and harder. When the little boy didn't stop crying, Carl picked up the pipe, just plowed it down on his head. The little boy stopped crying after that. Carl handed me this brick and told me to kill him again.
What'd you do?
I hit him. But not very hard. Just barely.
Okay then.
James says you picked up a pipe and hit David over the head with it. Is that true?
I'm not saying.
He says you then picked up a brick and told James to hit David with it. Is that true?
I'm not saying.
Is James lying?
I'm not saying. I'm not saying. I'm not saying. I'm not saying. I'm not saying.
Jesus, Carl. Why didn't you testify?
Because I'm not a squealer. That's the difference between him and me. I have a code.
That's so stupid, Carl. What do you want your tombstone to read? Carl Withers, he never squealed?
What's wrong with that?
It's fucking stupid. We killed a 3-year-old kid, so what does it matter if you have a code?
It matters. David was crying, and I was hitting him. And you were yelling at me to stop. We're good up to there. Go on, James. Tell Mr. Rowdy proper what really happened. So we can go on to win his fucking Pulitzer.
I just couldn't take it anymore. He wouldn't stop, and it felt like a train was coming at us. And I couldn't understand for the life of me why you wanted to put a dress on it. And the train was coming, so I picked up the pipe. And I stopped the noise. And then he was dead. He was so dead. And I didn't feel anything. Except happy that the crying had stopped. We looked down at the body and watched the blood gush out of the hole in his head. And then Carl picked up the brick, put his hand on my shoulder like to comfort me. God said, "It's okay, James. I'll kill him again, so that we both did it." And so he did. Does that make you happy?
Yeah. Here.
Jesus, Carl.
Save Beth. Use that.
No, Carl, no, no, no!
Carl was a time bomb waiting to go off. I should have seen it coming, but I didn't. He could have easily killed me, but he didn't. He never should have been set free.
I can't help but feel sorry for Carl. I mean, he had this really terrible childhood and these awful parents. What chance did he have? I mean, I hate those kinds of people who say he got what he deserved. I really hate those kinds of people.
I only met Carl that one time, but he was a real creep. I really like Bob, though. He was really sweet, and if we'd had more time, I probably would have fallen in love with him.
People ask me if I think I deserve the Pulitzer just because I happen to be at the right place at the right time. Morons. I mean, what Pulitzer Prize winner wasn't at the right place at the right time? The next question they ask me is if I like writing for the Times. I mean, hey, it's the show. Every writer wants to make it to the show. It's too bad about Carl Withers, though. He had a code of honor, even at 10. I like that. I bought his tombstone, you know. At least I had a code. Isn't that something?
The murder of Carl Withers proved I was right about those two. But why James Landers is loose on the streets of America is beyond me. He's a murderer twice over and should be in jail.
When I was 10 years old, I killed a little boy. It was a horrible crime that shocked a nation, and I should have been locked away for the rest of my life. But I wasn't. 8 years later, I was set free, and I killed again. Only this time, the public's need for justice was perversely satisfied when I blew Carl Withers away in glorious and enhanced color. An indelible image that no one will ever forget. It's the classic American tragedy with the unexpected happy ending. Well, for me anyway.
screaming Bloody Mary in the mirror. Won't you make all the nightmares come true? And love is not an option, so you better just hear me out. No, love was not an option, so you better just hear me